Alright YouTube, Criminal here, back to you with another MK1 video. In this one I'm just going to be covering how NRS have just crossed all lines of logic and good business decisioning, because they've made a very poor decision. So let's just get the big boy out. Like this is the reason this video exists. This is the new Halloween fatality, it's finally available. Look at how much it costs. 1,200 Dragon Crystals. Just let me show you how much this is in money. Like money, not MK1 currency, money. In money, this is 40 of my country's currency, which equates to 10 bucks. So they are charging $10 for a fatality. $10 for a fatality. This guy, a DLC character, the pre-order bonus playable character, fully playable design character, with 2 fatalities of his own, costs 8 bucks. What the fuck are they smoking? What are they smoking? I'm genuinely asking. They are high as hell if they are making this decision. Like, this is just extreme greed to the point where it doesn't even make fucking sense. I can't even realize the decision behind this, to be honest. I genuinely can't realize what drove them to make this price tag. Like, the skins just work in the same way. Like, this Van Damme skin, I'm pretty sure it's also 1,200 crystals. I can accept that. This skin is like, it has a unique voice actor. I can accept it being it's expensive. How in the fuck is this 2/3 of the Van Damme skin? Granted, it's a very cool skin. I like how it looks. It's not worth anywhere near as this much. This skin not only looks better, like, it has much more work put into it than this one, because it's a completely new model to make. It also has a unique voice actor. So, how in the hell is this worth 2/3 of the value of this? And in general, as much as respect I have for this skin, like, I really like this skin, I can accept it costing as much as the Shang Tsung character, but I'm pretty sure this skin costs more than a fully playable character, which is over the top as well, but this costs more than a fully playable character in this game. 1 fatality. The playable character has 2 fatalities and actually a playable character. A unique playable character. Keep in mind, this costs 10 bucks. The full game in the standard edition costs 70 bucks if I'm not mistaken. They are literally, by this market, by this pricing decision, they are literally saying this is worth 1/7 of this entire game. Everything in it. Just the loading screen takes 500 times more money to make than the fatality. It's not... What the fuck? What kind of stupid pricing is that? Honestly, like, I was honestly thinking I would buy this, I would make a video on this, and it would cost me like 400 crystals tops, which would still be like worst case scenario, 400 crystals. If they are insanely greedy, 500 crystals. 1,200 crystals. Who in the right mind would buy this? I already think skins in this game are way too expensive, and I think this system, the old Dragon Crystal bullshit, is very, very poorly made. Like, I only bought this skin because it's extremely cool. I really like this skin, I still do, so I don't regret buying it, because Scorpion's gonna get buffed and become the best character in the game. Believe it. I just feel like it's coming at this point, but this thing costs as many Dragon Crystals as this skin cost me. It costs more money than Shang Tsung, who is a fully playable DLC character. It's gonna... This fatality, if they're gonna keep the same amount of pricing for the other DLC characters, like in MK11, the last combat pack that featured Rambo, Melina, and Rain, each of them came up to 5 bucks. In this one, they took 8 bucks for Shang Tsung. They charge you 8 bucks for a DLC character. So you already see a 60% price increase. So hard for me to believe they're gonna make each of the characters in Combat Pack 1. It shows I have it because I bought the premium edition, so I already have it. But I am finding it very, very hard to believe that they're gonna charge something like more than 8 bucks, like 10 bucks or something like that, for a new character. But even if they do, they are really saying, even if the worst case scenario and they are stupid enough to actually charge 10 bucks for every character in the combat pack, which would be just the killing blow to this game in my opinion, because this entire combat pack costs 40 bucks. It has 6 playable characters, the Van Damme skin, and 5 cameos. If they're gonna make 6 characters cost 60 bucks by themselves, this game is gonna die. It's going to die. If they can't make 6 characters costs as much as the entire fucking game. It doesn't click. It doesn't work. So yeah, but regardless, even if worst case scenario does happen and they make every character $10 by their own, they are really saying a fatality has the same amount of value as a fully playable character. So yeah, I don't know if this was just a misclick and this was supposed to be like a 120 dragon crystals, but they just put another 0 by accident, which is very hard to believe. Or they are just completely stupid and don't know what they are doing, because as successful as this company is, this is extremely bad decision making with the pricing, because no adult is going to buy this. Like, nobody with a rational mind, other than YouTubers who are going to make revenue from this, is not going to buy this. It's very simple logic to understand. Nobody is going to buy this thing. Like, why would you buy this when it costs more than a fucking DLC character? Keep in mind, the people playing this game are mostly adults who have worked for money in their lives. They know the value of money and how much they need to work to make $10. Like, for most people, like for the average man, you could say, actually, let's say the average guy who doesn't have a degree and doesn't have like a unique job, no side hustles or shit like that, just a 9-to-5 job, let's say, I don't know, just a 9-to-5 job, he's not making $10 in an hour, most likely. If he is, then congrats, I think. I think that's pretty high for a 9-to-5 job. Like, if you're a McDonald's cashier, I don't think you're making $10 an hour. Like, but regardless, even if you are, they are really expecting people to pay 1 hour of their work time for a fucking fatality. For a DLC character, maybe I can understand it. For a fatality, hell no. And the fact that this basically costs a seventh of the game is just completely stupid. So I don't know what the hell they are thinking. They are just making all the mistakes they can be making. Very bad patches, very bad balancing of the game. They are not doing a very good job balancing it. And they are starting to just turning it to the second MK11 with needless nerfs to characters. They make cameos way too weak, which I will also post a video about. And they make extremely bad decision making with the pricing. Do you know they could have made much more money with this and nobody would even talk about it once? Very simple. Make this thing a reward you get for getting Elder God in Combat League. Like, for this season, they should have just said, you're gonna get a unique fatality, unique Halloween fatality from the beginning of Combat League Season 1, the season of the Spectre that's going on right now, and then what they would do? They would get so many people. There are millions of people playing this game, playing in this game. How many do you think are going to buy this? I can guarantee to you, most likely, worldwide, not even 10,000, to be honest. At max 50,000. No way in hell this is even getting close to 100,000 players actually buying this. So, in the best case scenario of there being 100,000 idiots who will actually pay for this, and they make $1 million from this, just from this fatality. How much do you think they would make if they would make all players in the game actually grind the shit out of Combat League to actually get this fatality? They would have a month and a half where the people are playing much more than they would normally, because there is an actual big reward to get. A fatality is a big reward. People will play to get it. So what they should have done is just put this in Combat League as an Elder God reward or as Gold rank reward to be an incentive for people to actually play this game. And it will not only will that, it will also make players much better, which will also improve the competitive scene of the game. And then competitions will become better, because the more players who play Combat League in high level, the better players will naturally become. And then many of them will actually want to attend competitions. Granted, they will probably get stomped by the pros, but more players in a competition means more time in a competition, more competitions. More competitions mean more showing for the game in a high level. More high level showing means more new players are going to get gravitated towards the game. This is what happens with Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like, even now there are new players getting into the game because they are seeing the pro players of Dragon Ball FighterZ and how good they are, and they see the potential of the game. And they think, damn, that looks cool, so they're gonna buy the game. Same logic applies. Fighting games make a very good... The longevity of fighting games depends very much it depends on the competitive scene it has. So, by making this a reward in Combat League, they will make more people play Combat League. And more time people spend on the game equals more money made by the developers. And believe me, if tens of millions of people who actually own this game played it more, they would be making much more than just $1 million. They would be making millions and millions and millions of dollars. Much more than just they would make from 100,000 idiots in the best case scenario buying this fatality. So, yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. They should have just, again, make this like a reward for high level Combat League and then after the Combat League season ends, put this in the shop at like half of the price it has now, at like 600 crystals, and people will be buying this. Like the players, the casuals, just aren't good enough to get to Elder God or get to God rank, even when they are playing sweaty as shit and with the top tiers, they can't get this. And then what? Then they will actually have an incentive to buy this. Like they grinded so much, they failed to get it, and then they see, oh shit, it's in the shop, I can actually get it, and they will buy it. This will make much more people actually buy this thing. So not only will they make more money from people actually playing the game to actually get it, they will make more money from actual people just buying this separately, because it will cost a rational price, and there will be even more incentive to buy this because people will feel failure for not getting this. Like people will feel like they failed because they couldn't achieve this. So yeah, this was just a completely dumb decision making. Like the business decisioning in this game actually really doesn't fit this company, because normally they are really good at valuing shit. Like of course they are pricing shit very badly, but this is pricing on the level of EA Sports. Like this is ridiculous. The amount of money they are charging here is just unbelievable. Like $10 for a fucking fatality. Like going by this logic, how much should a playable character cost? Like, if we're going by this logic, a playable character would cost like $50, man. In what world does this make sense? A playable character DLC costs $8, according to the Shang Tsung, which is safe to assume this is where the other DLC characters will be. So they are charging $10 for a fatality. Playable characters have 2 of them, and they have a full moveset, and they are playable. So yeah, just extremely stupid. So yeah, guys, I'm just gonna wrap this one up here. I'm asking you, please don't buy this, because I want them to remove the price. Like I want them to half it, even less than that, and just I want them to also reduce these prices, and people need to start talking about this. They just need to stop buying anything in the store. Don't buy any crystals, don't give them any money, and then they will be forced to actually change it. It's very simple. They only want money, unfortunately. This is what it looks like. Like of course it's a business, they want to make money, but it doesn't really seem like they're trying to make this game last. And this is just a very poor decision making by them. But as they are doing right now, they are making patches that are killing the game, in my opinion, slowly. Like just they make cameos weaker and weaker as time goes on. They are making bad patches in the game to balance it out. Like just they are making poor balancing choices, poor patch note choices, and very, very bad pricing for add-on content in this game. So people need to start talking about this much more. Twitter needs to start bombing this shit with bad reviews. Like people need to start review bombing this game, honestly, because as fun as this game is and as good as it is, it's a fighting game. They are just not giving 2 fucks about making sure it lasts in the long run right now. Like this is just what it looks like. Like they are not trying in any way to actually make this game last. It's not going to last even 6 months at this rate, with this amount of greed. So yeah, NRS, wake the fuck up. I don't know what the fuck they are thinking with this, but they are digging this game's grave very, very quickly. Right now, to put this game 6 feet under, they've already dug 2 feet. They have 4 feet to go. This game won't survive until the middle of 2024 on this rate. I am genuinely telling you, like, I don't think it will. Honestly. Because this amount of greed and very bad patch notes they've been doing so far, these things naturally make people gravitate away from the game. Not to mention, the release schedule of Combat Pack 2 of the Combat Pack is actually not very good. They are dragging this on for way too long. Takeda is the last character who's set to release, and he's set to release in summer 2024. So basically, there's basically a year for each Combat Pack. The schedule aside, but this is extremely bad decision making by them for marketing wise. Just they are just gonna make this game die quickly. Like most people, if they're keeping up like pricing shit like this, if they're gonna keep pricing stuff like this, if they're gonna keep making such poor mistakes, they are going to dig this game an early grave, because I don't think you can actually grind these dragon crystals. They are just completely paid currency. I'm fairly certain you can't even get them. Like you don't get this for character mastery. You don't get this for anything. So I'm 1,483 in the world. Damn. Regardless, I am pretty damn sure you can't get dragon crystals in this game by grinding them. If you can, it's very, very, very small amount. So there is no excuse for them pricing shit in this way. Like it's way too ridiculous. They need to start tune down the prices very, very quickly, because they're gonna dig this game a grave, and a very early one. We all know they're not gonna be releasing another game. NRS will not be releasing another game until at the earliest 2026. So if they want to actually make money in like the dead period between the games, they should really start thinking about this game longevity, because right now it just looks like they're trying to make this a cash grab. Like just they want to take our money for 2 months and then run away with the money. That's just how it looks like. So yeah, please NRS, wake up. This game has a lot of potential. It could make you much more money if you actually make good business decisions. So stop fucking up. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section if you agree with me. Any of you watch this video, I'm genuinely asking you, don't buy this fatality, don't buy anything on the shop, because I want them to reduce the prices. We need to start actually putting pressure on the company to start reducing prices, because if people will continue buying the skins, the overpriced skins they're giving us, and the overpriced fatalities they're giving us, they will never no incentive to actually start caring about this game's longevity, and they will continue giving us extremely unreasonable prices. So yeah, let me know if you agree with me in the comment section, guys. I'll leave a link to the fatality to a video with the fatality in the pinned comment, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.